Well, the results are in, and I have to say this is a pretty good action figure. I wasn't originally going to make a video review about this figure, but then it's not often that I have bought so many versions of a particular character within such a short amount of time. I originally purchased the comic book version many years ago, and then within the last 4, maybe 5 years, the animated version. And you know what? You'd think that would be enough, but there was always something off about that animated version, most notably the size of her feet.
What are those?
Now I totally understand the reason for this. We see it all the time with Hasbro's rival, Mattel, and their Jurassic Park dinosaurs all too often. It's all about the balance. But it's nice to see, 5 years later, that Hasbro has now found a way to resolve this issue. Could they have resolved this before? Yeah, most probably. But also I understand how toy manufacturing works, and this was likely the best they could do with the line's budget at the time. And in truth, that's perfectly okay. For 5 years I've been happy. But now I had a chance to upgrade, and I leapt at this chance. This new Spider-Gwen figure is a fantastic upgrade to my collection, and despite the recent price increases by companies across the world, I am more than willing to fork out the cash for it. So how does it compare? Let's take a closer look. Okay, so here she is unboxed, and yeah, she really is a thing of beauty. Hasbro have done a wonderful job in creating this new Gwen figure, updating her for the new look in the Across the Spider-Verse movie. Honestly, the head sculpt is much better in person than I initially thought it would be, looking at the images online. But most importantly, as stated before, take a look at those feet. This new sculpt is perfect. I'm one happy shopper. Now the packaging here does state that this figure is for Across the Spider-Verse Part 1, which implies that these were created and marketed before the name change of the third movie. The third now being called Beyond the Spider-Verse as opposed to Part 2. Does this mean that we will get more figures when the third movie hits theatres? Man, I hope so. After all, I was always gutted that we didn't get a second wave for that first movie. But if this is now considered a whole new film, maybe we'll get more. Now I will say, comparing her to the comic book version and the version we got in the first movie's wave, this one doesn't fully replace anything in my collection. I still love these other two figures, and so I will definitely be sure to find a new display to house them both outside of my main Spider-Verse shelf. But that being said, this new one does indeed take the prime Gwen spot in that particular display. Anyway, that's my look at the latest Marvel Legends Spider-Gwen action figure. All in all, I think she is a bang-on, near-perfect representation, and I would highly recommend everyone go out and grab one while you can, because these things won't be in stores for long. Thanks for watching.